time for a walking tour of Dordrecht. About a 2.5 hour tour. Waiting to start the tour. Ship. Pretty nice day.
5 minutes before we can start. Usually somebody gives us a sign. Dordrecht. So all the city of Holland, we call it. And I will explain that later. But also a nice city. It's a bit like small Amsterdam, little Amsterdam. Not so many bikes. That's the advantage. Why? Why? Because there are less people here, I guess. And because our streets are a bit wider, so you can also use your car, although you cannot go with your car, mind the car by the way, with your car through the city without having a fine back home. So you have to do a little walking here or cycling. But the old city of Dordrecht is, the distance from one side to the other is less than a mile, so it's really small. Okay, let's start walking. Let's go to the other side.
And here we go.
Because she doesn't have a name like Marianne or something. So City Virgin it is. And she is virgin for a reason, because this means that she is on her own, independent, and she can make her own decisions, and for the city you just want it to be the same. Now I was told that she wears a wreath on her head, this green color. It's made of a herb that smells so awful that she will always be a virgin. Nobody will ever approach her. So, but for the city, that's just how you like it to be. from the crane in the top. Now you've been to Amsterdam, where you see almost every house has a crane like that, but not here in Dordrecht. And this is because we had so many porters. Porters were these strong men that helped to load and unload the ships. And they didn't like it when a warehouse had a crane, because then they didn't have anything to do. And no work is no money. So there were a lot of them, and they could convince the city government to prevent that all the warehouses would have cranes. It was only allowed when it was wine that was stored there, because they couldn't carry a wine barrel on their back. Oh, then they were okay with that you hoist these wine barrels up into the warehouses for wine. So several of them here in the street. So all the other products, these porters would just carry up and down the stairs. We will see a warehouse with 7 floors, for example, no problem. As long as they had something to do, they will. We had many porters because this was a train city, so we also have 2 guilds. The guild is an organization that organizes that kind of profession. So for the porters, we have their guild's house in the city and another one close to the church over there. To the side. This is kind of a keel. So the keel is not in the middle underneath, but 2 of these panels to the side of the boat. You can also use them to keep the boat straight, but in this way it can sail the shallow canals. So it's practical here in the Netherlands. So you see many of these boats with these keels to the side, like the one to the left or so with the black keels. But these boats don't sail so much because it's the houseboats, so the boats stay here in the harbor. Most of the time they could go out, then the bridge that we just saw has to open. They could lower it, and then a ship could be in the rope with the backside, and then you can hoist the backside out of the water. So like diagonal. And then repair the screw or do maintenance or something. So this is how it works. It could still function, but it doesn't. They have renovated this 2 years ago, and since then I haven't seen a ship in it, but it could. Okay, let's walk to the other side. We can also walk there. By hand, long time ago, 1400. So it's not really a new harbor, but it was back in the day. So here they did the same thing. This canal, they made it deeper and they threw all the soil on the sandbank on the other side. And this is where you find 4 streets because before you head the river again. So make land out of water. That's what the Dutch people do. But these flags are to catch our attention because we're not in the shopping area here. And of course these shops like customs too. before it got a new front. Gothic, medieval. And this was so out of fashion in the 19th century. But there you go. This is more
I'm so glad I'm retired.
I bet you they're looking forward to the day they retire.
Yeah. So where are we?
You don't know.
I don't know.
Dordrecht.
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 Dort.
Dordrecht. Getting some cappuccino. Oh wow. She always seems to show up.
Sunshine.
Have the day off.
7 or 8 trucks.
always call us.
Help!
I'm shocked.
I'm glad you're here.
So am I.
It's really interesting over there. Okay, I think everybody's here. Main Street.
I was watching.
Weet je dat die open is?
So to speak. The inside workings of metal was made by iron. So sometimes you get the question
But I'm sorry, it's just the name of the painter
Oh, okay.
that you see the statue of here at this square was a famous man from Dordrecht. But in fact he is more famous in France. Pictures of him are in the Louvre Museum in Paris. So he got this really wealthy, good career in Paris. And it was the idea of her mother. She had to take care of 3 kids when she became a widow. They were all artists, all painters. But she saw the talent of Ari, the oldest son, and she sent him to Paris just before the rest could join him when he started his career. So his work workshop was like where many people came to visit him. He would be friends with the Crown Prince in France. All kind of composers and poets visit his workshop, also other artists. So he was very well known back in the day. But we kind of forgot about him because he painted in such a romantic style that we don't really like anymore. So we kind of forgot about Arie Scheffer. But not here in Dordrecht, as the daughter of Arie Scheffer gave a lot of the paintings of her father to our museum, and she kind of demanded that there should always be at least one room where you can see Arie Scheffer's paintings, and we still stick to that about 100 years later. is less than 3 feet.
Oh.
And this is also where you can find the guild house of the Poorest. You might see the bell hanging from the wall. This is where the guild house of the Poorest was. And this is where they would ring the bell and all the Poorest would gather around the house and they would start throwing the dice before they could go to work. It's still a street in our point of view, so it's not like an alley or something. The name is Street. We talked about the grass stones, stumbling stones, I think is the right translation. So they are in front of the house where this Jewish family lived. And this is usually also such an impressive way of taking notice, especially because it's also kids usually that are part of the family, so they died very young.
Very sad. Sunrise.
To make the dike at a higher level, they can also put planks here at the entire broad, wide width of the streets. Okay, I'm going to check if everybody will follow. Yes.
See, I should wear your Fitbit thing.